like this such a valuable learning tool.
We are just showing people some of the fruit trials that we've had growing here for the last few years to really tell them what we've learned. To do great
Morning, everyone. Good to see you. That'll be a good day, hopefully. We'll find out. Well, it's up and down this morning so far. Yeah, up and down. Let's see here. Christy, morning. Yes. Let's share the feed. Uh-oh. Kevin, good to see you. One, two, three, four, five. I think I've shared it wherever it needs to go. There's Holly. Look at her. It's Bonnaroo Day.
Hey, man. When Bonnaroo's in town, you say, hey, man.
Oh, Holly. You should have wore your nude box.
Yeah.
We need some viewers. Let's see here.
I don't even know if I can wear this mop the whole time. It's very itchy.
Is it?
I can't believe I wore this out at Bonnaroo like the whole day.
It's like you see things like that and you're like, what was I thinking?
Why did I do that?
And then our kids make these decisions. It's like the same crap. We were some idiot stuff we were doing.
You just got to do it.
Yeah. But then
to know it's dumb.
Dumb.
And you're like, that was dumb. You can't be told dumb. You have to experience dumb.
Yeah. Everything. If it's your idea and you're smart.
Of dumb.
You're smart and you know.
Who knows?
You. It's an individual because it comes up in your head. So you're like, especially when you're young, you think you know so much, you know. And now I don't think that I know anything.
I know nothing.
I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me?
And I'm forgetting everything.
No, she's Alzheimer's.
Old timers.
Checking to see how long my term life insurance on hers got left. Hoping that goes ahead and develops before that term runs out. I pay a lot of money into that.
I'll stay healthy as long as you need me to.
Okay. I think we got some years left. But towards the end of that 20-year term, I'm going to need you to... It's a joke. It's a joke. Morning, Dale. Jerry. Let's do this thing, huh?
All right.
Pamela.
Hey, good morning to you, everybody. It is Thursday. Getting you to work, getting you home from work for you nut shift warriors, keeping you awake for you 24-hour shifters, whatever you're doing. We're glad to have you with us on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle right here in Manchester, one of the finest surgeons around. You can find him at 482 Interstate Drive in Manchester. So many people have had surgeries performed by Dr. Van Winkle with his gallbladders, appendix, things like that. Not one bad review has ever come my way. Everybody's talked about just how awesome he is, how detailed he is. And he's right here in Manchester. It's Dr. James Van Winkle, 482 Interstate Drive, across from Unity Medical Center. All right, we got a lot to do today. A lot of things happening. Bonnaroo is officially here. I mean, it's been here, but it's officially here. Today is day one of official entertainment. Luke Combs, the headliner tonight. So we'll be digging into that throughout the show. We also have games. Name That Tune, Stupid Silly Stat, coming at you. Chance for you to win some prizes. We'll take your phone calls in just a little while. At any time, really, you can call in your birthdays right here on the Thunder Radio Morning Show, 728-1320. To get through on the Ben Lomond Connect hotlines, we'd love to hear from you. Also, we've got other just random stories that we'll be digging into as well. But first, we need to take a look at the weather outside the Unity Medical Center studio. 64 degrees right now out there. 86 for your high today. If you liked yesterday, you're going to like today. Now, there will be a few more clouds in the sky than we had yesterday, and we do have a 30% chance of rain and showers today. So not a heavy chance, but you could see a pop-up storm, and if it gets on top of it, it could be windy. Could see some hail, could see some lightning, okay? But and a lot of rain. Or you may just get sun all day long. 69 overnight tonight, 86 tomorrow. And that starts a wet weather pattern where we're going to be pretty wet. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're looking at 70 to 80% chances of rain, even into Monday. Highs in the low to mid 80s, which is going to keep it cooler for Bonnaroo, but it's certainly going to stay kind of wet for Bonnaroo. So we're going to keep our eyes on that. And hopefully nobody gets stuck out there. We'll keep our eyes on that. That's been a thing before. So we'll let you know. Weather forecast brought to you by the Hillsboro Food Company. A lot of good grilling days this summer. Hillsboro Food Company's got you covered with fresh cut meats every day, fresh produce, assorted groceries, 7403 Hillsboro Highway, Hillsboro Food Company in Manchester. On that note, it is time to bring in the better half of the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Across from me sits the brains of this operation, the planner, the organizer, the CEO, and the president of the Peterson Media Group. She's by far the looks inside of this studio. She is the president of the Manchester Chamber of Commerce, the microphone licker, the corn cob eater, one of the main reasons the rockin' world goes around. She cleans the glasses with the Vaseline. She is the dreadlocked one. Holly, good morning to you.
I'm radiating positivity.
Did I get it all?
You got
It'll be Combs themed, I guess, right?
I didn't think that I was going to know any, who is it? Luke Combs songs.
You know a bunch of them.
I know more than I thought that I did.
Yeah, you know several of them.
This is a pretty good song.
Yeah, he puts on a good show. Told, not been out there. We'll find out. He's going for like 2 hours.
Fear never.
And I'm curious how it goes with this crowd.
Luke Combs headlining Bonnaroo tonight. If you want tickets, we still got them. $99 for your day pass on Thursday. If you want that, head on over to our website, thunder1320.com/Bonnaroo. Get your code, get your ticket, and you can be out there by tonight. If you want a full 4-day pass, we still got them, $389. Hey, listen, big news here. Bonnaroo is sold out of Friday and Saturday day passes. You can't go to Bonnaroo.com, the festival's website, and buy a day pass for Friday or Saturday. They are sold out. But I've got them. Thunder Radio's got some. Our allotment, we've got a few left of the Friday, Saturday allotment. So if you want them, now they could be finished by today. But go to our website, thunder1320.com/Bonnaroo. Had somebody call yesterday, and they were like, you don't happen to have Saturday passes, do you? And when I said yes, I could feel.
Oh, that's awesome.
I could feel the excitement. They live here, but they were at the beach, and they wanted to come back Saturday and go.
Yeah.
And they didn't think they had a chance, but we've still got some. We can hook you up with some day passes. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday day passes are $150 if you want those. So be sure to go check that out. Other comings and goings. It is Bonnaroo Day 1, so that's obviously a big thing. We're 3 days away from Father's Day. That's Sunday, and 22 days away from Independence Day. That'll be 3 weeks from tomorrow, I believe.
I love this time of year.
Yeah, I love all of it. It's just once Independence Day, I feel like once that weekend is over, summer's done. Even though it's not, but it feels like it just kind of moves fast after that. I'm trying to keep it nice and slow moving before that. But after Independence Day, I feel like football time, and then it's fall, and then it's just Christmas. You know, I want summer to go slow. I know I'm unique in that.
Yeah, I think you're the only person
I'm the only
that
one who wants
enjoys
summer to slow down. Holly and I floated in the pool yesterday together a little bit when we got home, and I just had a good time, I don't need to go to Bonnaroo for fun. I was thinking about that this morning. I'm going. Okay, I'm going to Bonnaroo. Yeah, I'm going to go, but I don't want to.
We don't want to.
No.
And then we watched a documentary last night. Might not ought to have watched it right before
the Astro World documentary.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a new release on Netflix or not, but
It's really good. You should go watch.
it's pretty. Yeah, I remember when the Astro World incident happened. There was some deaths out there. You know, when we were first hearing about it, you heard this many people overdosed out at Astro World, but then you find out later they were trampled on, and no one stopped the show. That was the big thing. No one stopped the show.
Yeah.
So, anywho, it's a really good deep dive into what happened.
Yeah.
And there's a guy on there, and I feel like if I was going to be really good at a job, like my thing, it would be what that guy does.
He's like a concert and safety,
He's like
concert
a
and event safety
safety
expert.
And
he handles.
he walks into
setups
a
and things.
room and is like, this is everything that could go wrong. This is what you need to do to fix
Yeah.
it.
I don't know if I can fix all of them, but I could tell you what could go wrong pretty quickly.
And he was like, I'm no fun
To go to a concert with, because
To
it's
go to-
hard to turn that off.
Yeah. Anywho, it's pretty good. It's called a train wreck, the tragedy of Astro World or something like that.
Yes. So anyway, Holly's she's got her rope hair on today.
Nice rope hair.
This is the hair that got her insulted several years ago when she went out there very hippie.
It was in my
She's broke that back out today.
in my 20s, and
Young and fun and all.
I was just it was a Halloween costume theme.
Yeah.
I was a cave girl. This is cave girl hair. Anywho,
Well, she's Bonnaroo themed today. You can stand up, show them the whole fit.
I don't want to stand up,
You-
buddy.
You wore the outfit for the camera. I mean, right? It's not for the radio crowd.
Well, I had to have bottoms on.
Well, you could have just wore shorts.
Really?
You wore your
Have-
tie-dye skirt, and I think everybody should see that.
I made it myself. Back when I was fun, and
That was one of your tie-dye weekends.
I love tie dyeing.
Holly used to do that every year before Bonnaroo, a
I
couple of
didn't.
weeks out.
I've not tie dyed anything in years.
I'm terrible at tie-dyeing things. You tried to get me to do it, and my stuff turned out gray and brown.
He had the ugliest tie dye I've ever seen.
She goes, and I warned her. I told her, I said, I don't do arts and crafts. I'm bad at them. And she said, you can't be bad at tie-dyeing. It's not that hard.
"Oh, you
It's going to
you
turn
just
out
squirt
good.
the dye."
And my tie-dye turned out gray and brown. And then she had me tie-dyeing eggs, and it turned out black. Black and gray. She said, I've never seen anything like it. I said, I told you.
They were like Halloween eggs.
They look rotten. And I've never been able to do arts and crafts.
I didn't have any dull colors when we were tie dyeing. It was like bright blues and greens and all the bright, pretty colors. And then we unwrapped his shirt, and it's like doo-doo brown.
She told me, and that made me feel bad because I was like, okay, I can't mess it up. Holly said I can't mess it up, so I'll just do it. Maybe I'm gonna be artsy now, and I'm not. I'm not even a little bit artsy. It's terrible. Anyway, comings and goings. Bonnaroo today, Father's Day, and Independence Day. Anything of note? Also, and I've reminded everybody that Bonnaroo tickets remain on sale. You can still get them if you go to our website, thunder1320.com/Bonnaroo. You may see on there that the deadline was the 11th. But we've got a few tickets left, so we extended that through today. And if there's still tickets for Friday, Saturday, they said we can keep selling them. So the Friday, Saturday tickets may be gone by today. So anyway, chance to get those. Also, our Father's Day contest wrapped up, so we'll have the winner announced today on that. But our HVAC contest with AVU Heating and Air continues. A brand new central heat and air unit. Go to thunder1320.com. There's a banner at the top of the page somewhere up there. Says win a brand new HVAC unit, central heat and air unit. Go click it, go enter, and see if you can get yourself a brand new unit. Big thanks to AJ over at AVU Heating and Air. Be sure to contact him for all your heating and air needs. avuair.com.
The Coffee County Fair Association is having a community yard sale. This is the first year for this, and it's Friday, June 20th, Saturday, June 21st from 8 to 3, open to yard sales, crafters, and resellers. Food trucks are going to be out there. If you want a spot, if you want to sell your stuff, it's just $20 for a 20 by 20. And
it's a pretty good deal. It's the 20th and 21st. So next weekend, next Friday, Saturday.
already?
Yeah.
Oh, daggone.
It's the 12th. Today's the 12th.
Where's June going?
I know. That's why you got to slow it down. Right? It's trying to savor it.
You can message the Coffee County Fair Facebook page if you're interested in a spot. Since we're talking Bonnaroo, I want to remind people that, hey, there's local booths out there.
There are local folks.
Dusty Elam's booth is out there.
Dusty Elam Foundation.
A lot of
dance team's got something out there. I don't know what they're doing.
I think maybe baseball.
Yeah, baseball's got something. So keep your eye out if you do go for Coffee County apparel and shop there and leave tips and such. They're making money for their programs. Hopefully they have a good weekend. It's going to be a good crowd. So
I hope they make a lot of money.
Dr. Carmine said, I saw so many people at Walmart yesterday. I hate to say it, but most of the crowd going to Bonnaroo look homeless. I promise they're not, though. Not for what they're paying for them tickets. I saw a guy yesterday. The forum, we spend a lot of time on the show talking about the Manchester, Tennessee forum. More than
content is plentiful.
But right now, this time of year, this is where it is the best. Someone took the time to go through and add up what they thought the revenue was.
I saw that
for Bonnaroo, and they
it
probably
looked like they did it on their kid's iPad.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably pretty close in terms of the gross revenue.
Yeah,
sure. I mean, if you sold, 80,000 tickets, let's just say an average of $500 or $480 or whatever. Let's pick a number. Because there's some tickets, the biggest package you can get to $26,000. Now, granted, I don't think there's a whole lot of people buying that one, but and you got $1,000 VIPs, and then you got your basic GAs. But let's just say 450 or 40. It comes to like 30 million or more than 30 million.
When you start talking like that, I just check out.
300
I know
million.
They're probably listening.
300 million. That's the wrong number.
Whatever you say.
Hey, get engaged here.
You're throwing a lot of numbers, man.
Well, I'm trying to come back out of that and talk about what's in the forum.
Okay, I'm with you.
Now?
Anyway, he added it all up, and
that comes to about $300 million, which is about right. I mean, that would be your gross revenue.
Sure.
But this person acted like, now they've got $300 million. Why come my property taxes are high? Like, well, what are they doing with it?
Lining their pockets.
Yeah, they're lining their pockets. And I'm like, well, it's a business. And look, I don't, Live Nation, say what you will, say what you won't. I don't know, but it's a business. So yeah, they're going to attempt to line their pockets with it. That's the point. They're trying to make money. But believe it or not, Luke Combs don't perform for free. Neither does Olivia Rodrigo or any of the other acts. They have to pay them. And then they have to pay the people to set up the stages and the production and the actual people who work there. Security ain't cheap for that many security people for 2 and 3 weeks. Insurance. I cannot imagine what insurance cost is for an event that size.
You're right. Yeah.
Like I know what I pay for insurance for a radio station in Southern Middle Tennessee. And so I cannot imagine what they had to pay for insurance for that event. So there are a lot of costs involved. I'm sure that's baked in and they turn a profit at the end of the day. But the money made locally is from things like sales tax. There's a tax on the tickets, and there's tax at the gas stations and the stores and things like that. But the idea that there's $300 million that the city is just pocketing, and the city doesn't put the event on, by the way. You just aren't engaged.
I'm
done.
listening.
I'm done.
No,
Move on. Next.
I was making eye contact. Wait a minute. I can do better. You're right. They don't.
No. Done. Tell me what's next.
No, I want to continue to talk about this.
Jessica said, can you imagine what water and sewer run out there? I know. It's a lot of water. Once they added city water out there. So, I mean, there's a lot of expense that goes into it.
Yeah.
But I guess again, it happens all the time. Concern for how people don't understand basic economics. And
it's scary.
And how the world actually works. Like this is not the city's festival. I mean, give me an opportunity to throw a jab at the government, and I will do it.
Yeah.
I will jab the government all day long. Yeah, they're lining their pockets. I don't limited government, right? But it's not their festival. Okay, they don't put it on. Yeah. It's not their thing. They don't. It's not like $300 million went up to the mayor's office, and he's like, I'll just line my pockets if you don't mind.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. No. Anyway, so that's just general thoughts for this morning. But there's so much more on the forum. People are very upset that they started playing music last night.
The campers.
Oh yeah,
It's got to be the campers.
Well, and I think they
right?
were sound checking some of the stages
Oh,
last night. I
okay.
think it was a little loud,
I gotcha.
but you know.
I didn't see as much about the traffic.
Yeah, I think
yesterday.
I didn't see hardly anything. I did see THP put something out late yesterday that traffic was better, but you know, tomorrow could be worse. That's kind of what they said. So who knows? You know, plan accordingly. If you're local, try to stay away from the four major exits: 110, 111, 114, and 117. Rhonda said, I heard it. I bet you did, Rhonda. It's in your backyard there.
Jessica says, is there anything that divides Manchester the way Bonnaroo does?
Mexican restaurants and hotels. Any new development divides Manchester.
Oh.
Best comment from locals. Quote, when am I getting my check? End quote. Dr. Carmine providing that content for us. Yeah, there's a lot of that out there. And a lot of, and you forget how long it's been. So, I mean, the first Bonnaroo was 2002.
Yeah.
And so we have.
I was in 11th grade. I was a senior that year.
You were going into your senior year. Yeah. It was the summer before your senior year.
Okay. Summer before.
And so you forget about how, you know, crazy it was then, but how long it's been. And there's so many new people here. Like I've been here that whole time. So I've seen all the Bonnaroos.
And the Ichiku.
And I went to Ichiku in 99. And so I've seen all those things and seen the development and the changes over the years. And you forget some of these people just moved here a year ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago. And even 5 years ago, if you moved here, we didn't even have the festival because of COVID that year.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
so they're not. Yeah,
it's just
I
so
didn't even
different
think about that.
for people who are new. And then what's disturbing are the people who have been here who get on there and comment the most ridiculous false things. I did see this morning where someone just couldn't understand why they didn't want to keep the Exit 111 festival going. Must not have been enough drugs.
That don't make no sense.
I know people got all kind of good comments, and then
you know what? They didn't make enough money.
That was what it was. And also it was cold. It was freaking cold, man.
So cold.
It was like 35 degrees out there.
I liked it.
Poor Axel couldn't get his voice warmed up.
That's right. We saw Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses out there. But so it's a money thing, guys. They're going to need to make the money. And by they, I mean Live Nation or the promoter, whoever's putting the event on. You know, HQ was the best. I can't believe they didn't bring that back. Well, I think they didn't pay their bills.
Right? Tell them what you told me about.
I'm pretty sure the main promoter guy had skipped town by Sunday by the end of it, and there was acts not playing and things. That's a long time ago, but you know, the Exit 111 festival was fine. It didn't sell a lot.
I thought it was cool.
But again, it's in October. You know, the summer festival scene is a little different because summer break, college kids, you know, they're bored, looking for things to do. You know, it's harder to do that a 3 or 4 day weekend in October.
With that main stage out there, why don't they put more concerts on?
Why don't they? I mean, they did a little concert series there right before they came back from COVID. You know, Jason Aldean was out there. John Party was out there.
Yeah.
I don't think the crowd draw was very big. I mean, it's just not a lot.
That's not fair. It was right after.
Yeah. And they even had you in cattle gates.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that now.
Mm-hmm. I think they did okay, but again, who would you put out there that would draw? I mean, Wallen. I mean, who are you going to put out there that's going to draw? You can't sell enough tickets in this population, right? I'm not a professional concert promoter. I don't know, but I'm sure there's a reason they don't randomly go out to fields in the middle of nowhere and have concerts. So
it's not a random field.
So you're coming from either. Why would they do that when they could just have a concert in Nashville? I guess they can go to Nissan Stadium, have a concert, or Ascend and have a concert. Why would they do it? The numbers they would have to draw here. I get the stage is there, but the logistics aren't there. I mean, you still got to bring in everything and set it up again. You got to do that anywhere else. I'm just thinking on the negative side of it, which is the side I can usually get to.
Yeah, but they don't have
quick.
to rent the venue.
I have Live Nation does it, sure. Yeah, and I guess there's benefits to it. I'm just saying. I'm sure there's a reason they haven't done more.
You're such a party pooper.
I would love for there to be more. I'm sure there's a reason that they haven't done more. I know they have explored it.
Like, oh, I wish this. And Josh would be like, let me tell you why that's a dumb idea.
I didn't say that. I'm saying, well, let's think about why they've not done those things.
I don't know.
I'm sure if they had an opportunity, like back to the original discussion on Exit 111, if there was an opportunity to make money, they'd do it.
Maybe it just needs to be scaled back.
What would that look like?
Not as many tickets, not as many to staff. I don't know, like an intimate setting.
An intimate setting.
I don't know, man. Whatever.
I mean, I think the best event they ever had out there besides Bonnaroo was that mud run they had that one year. I had all kind of fun with that. That was a long time ago. 2011 maybe.
I positioned myself right where the mud barbed wire pit was, and they said, "Do not jump into the mud pit. Shallow. Do not jump." And some guy comes running through there, and he dives head first into the mud pit, and he just laid there in the mud. I think probably maybe injured his neck.
Yeah.
So people were jumping over the fence to put, to
drag him out of
turn
there.
his head out of the mud and drag him out of there. It was scary. That's me. That's why when I go somewhere and I see my kids jumping off into the pool, I'm like, no diving near the shallow end.
No diving in the deep end. Let's just not dive.
Yeah.
Let's not hurt ourselves.
I'm a scaredy cat mom.
All right. Anything else here? We got into.
No, I think we killed a lot of time there. I'm going to be happy with how.
Yeah, yes, you are. Let me tell you about Dirtworks. We're going to get a lot of rain this weekend. It looks like, up to 2 inches probably for a lot of us, maybe more for some people. And you got water standing in your yard. That's a problem. That doesn't have to be the case. You don't have to be like, well, it rained a lot. Of course, water is going to stand. Look, if it rains a foot, sure, water is going to stand. But you should have water draining away from your home, away from your property. Dirtworks can help with that. They bring in dirt. They bring in machines. And they can do the excavation for you. 931-409-0782. They can even build a retaining wall. That's 931-409-0782 for Dirtworks. That's Dirt, W-O-R-X. Dirtworks.
Beach Bend Park and Splash Lagoon is the place for summer fun, making memories. Good.
Yeah, but I got more than you did.
What are you doing?
I won. Yeah, but I got more than you did.
Why are you watching? You're not interacting with the people. What? What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong.
Kevin said he works with security for Bonnaroo. Makes some good money out there. I'll be the worst security guard. I'd be like, yeah, go on, man. Whatever. That was one of the things, the Astro World, I did not realize, we were watching that documentary, that people, they had broken down
Gates,
the fences and they just had no control over point of entry.
Detectors
And they let the show go on.
Yeah.
They allowed that to happen.
They had no idea how many people were actually at the festival.
They sold 50,000 tickets for a venue that could hold 35,000 safely, and then God knows how many other thousands got in there.
Yeah.
And they knew. They showed the text message. You got to watch it. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You got to watch the Astro World.
It's called
documentary.
Trainwreck: The Tragedy at Astro World, or something like that.
Basically, the Live Nation officials had text. So they had text basically saying this is going to be bad.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert. They had text messages back and forth saying this is going to be bad. Somebody's going to die here. They knew.
Yeah.
And the show went on. Like one of them is like, I want it on the record that I'm not for this show happening.
I want it on the record.
He knew. He was like,
he said,
I ain't going to jail.
Someone's going to die. He said that. That was before it happened.
Yeah. And 10 of them did. How bad that was.
A 9-year-old.
I can't imagine how scary it would be to get caught up in a crowd like that and you can't move.
Me and Josh were watching it and we're both just like leaned forward, like
I was getting
clenching
anxious.
our hands, just watching the crowd. I mean, being around so many people that you are actually smothered to death and trampled to death. That's scary. That's a scary way to go.
Right. Well, I was just looking at like some of the video of the crowd packed in. Basically, you lost control of your body. Like the whole crowd was moving you. Like as a way you couldn't do anything. And once you go down, and then people are coming on top of you.
Yeah, that's awful.
I was getting claustrophobic watching it. I was like, I think we all probably got a little claustrophobia. I'm not like a major claustrophobic person, like that needs to, special accommodations made for him, but I can get real uneasy.
If I can't stretch all my body out as far as I can go,
I send it back.
it's too close.
Right. What are we doing here in this segment?
There's something you said you wanted.
Oh, I got this video, this burial.
Even though this probably could have waited to Monday menagerie.
Oh, you want to wait till Monday?
Nope. We're going to do it now. Because that's what Buddy wants.
We went to New Year's Rockin' Eve, and went to New Year's Rockin' Eve in Nashville, Rod, several years ago, and it was like that. You couldn't move unless the crowd moved with you. See, I'm out. It's for you.
Don't worry. Bad.
Thunder Radio Morning Show. Hope everybody's off to a good start on this Thursday in southern Middle Tennessee. Beautiful day outside, sunny skies. See a few clouds out there. Holly, welcome back.
Thanks, Buddy.
Morning Show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. Emcella Treatment, solve urinary incontinence. Learn more at drvanwinkle.com. 482 Interstate Drive. But a lot of people want to know Bonnaroo updates, traffic, things like that. Yesterday was better, right? We didn't have the same issues yesterday as we had Tuesday, but people are still very, very sour about the exit closures on Tuesday. Still talking about it. THP had put something out late yesterday, basically saying yesterday was better, but Thursday they anticipate some traffic issues. So I think the bulk of the people are coming in today.
Okay.
I think so. Well, it was 5,000 on Tuesday, and I think they said they expected 20,000 yesterday.
Roughly.
So you got to figure the rest of them, right, are coming today-ish.
Good night.
So just FYI, and they'll probably try to get in there early today. So
good. I hope so. I hope they try and get in early. That way, when it's time to go out there for Luke Holmes, I ain't got to fight a bunch of traffic.
I was thinking about this yesterday, or maybe it was this morning. I was thinking about this because I was looking at the weather forecast. And it looks pretty wet for the weekend. How much? I'm not a camper, okay? I don't camp.
He is not, and he is not a happy camper.
But how much money you think you got to spend on camping gear to be as comfortable as possible out there for 4 days in the heat? In the rain,
it has to be stuff
you're trying you're trying to keep stuff dry. If it rains, like I can't imagine, like if it gets a good southern summer downpour out there, all your stuff gonna get wet.
Yeah, that's just tough luck. But people camp. People do that.
I know. I'm just saying.
People have, not us. We don't camp. That's ew.
But it's so easy to buy like these little auxiliary comfort items from Amazon. I got this solar powered fan, and I got this blah 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 cover, and I got this little thing that you just roll out and it covers up this thing, and that's the stuff that you would be buying if we went camping, like hundreds of dollars
I don't like
worth
being
of
uncomfortable.
Yeah. Speaking of uncomfortable, this is not related at all, but I just felt like transitioning out of that.
Speaking of uncomfortable,
well, I was trying to find this video. All right, so there is a video. This is non-Bonnaroo related. Of a bear swimming across Lake Gunnersville in Alabama. And I'm going to put it on the screen here in just a second for our video folks to see this. What?
Nothing. I'm just having my own show over here.
What's so funny for you?
What about this bear? Tell us more.
Hang on a minute. I'm trying to get my screen share working.
I think it's funny. I do all the planning for the show, but don't let him come across a cute animal video because he's going to hijack my show and show it.
Can you see it on the screen over there? I don't know. I can't see.
This is in Alabama.
Yeah, it's in Alabama.
A lake in Alabama.
Lake Gunnersville. So there's a bear. I'm trying to make it full screen. There we go.
You're putting in a lot of work for this video when you basically could say it's a bear swimming in a lake.
I'm trying to take advantage of the video side of the show. So there's the bear swimming across the lake, and there you can see it
looks exactly how you would have imagined.
No, it does not. It does not look exactly how you would have imagined. You need to see. I mean, there's a lot of room around the bear. It's not like
he's in the middle of the lake.
He's not going across the Duck River there. Okay, it's a big lake. So a lot of different comments on this video. Again, as expected. A lot of people don't. I don't even want to do this anymore.
I'm
You don't like my
laughing at-
segment? I don't want to do it. I quit.
Technical foul on you. I was just laughing at the comments. I wasn't laughing at you, buddy. Tell them about
A
the
lot of people don't believe that it's real. They're like, people want to call it AI. And then a lot of folks were like, there's no bear in Alabama. But there is, in fact, bear in Alabama. It's like there's bear in Tennessee. But then the real good stuff came. It was, well, why is nobody going to help the bear? Why are y'all just videoing the bear and not going to help that poor bear? And they're being serious. That's a bear. Like if you took your boat over there to try to, what are you going to do with it? Throw it a life jacket?
Yeah.
Like what are you going to do with the bear?
A bear's heavy. Can you imagine a wet bear?
Wet. But
How are you going to pull him up in there? He's going and
he's swimming along just fine. He looks to the left at them videoing, like he's swimming, and he just starts looking. How y'all doing? And he just keeps going. And you look it up, and black bear and grizzlies can swim, like polar bears can swim a couple hundred miles. Black bear can, there's, I don't like the look that you've got.
that was a very dad thing of you to watch the video, read the comments, critique the comments, and then go look up facts about black bears. It's very Dwight Schrute of you.
Well, I didn't want to get on here and say something wrong. Jessica said that's like seeing a shark stuck in the sand and being like, why y'all just leaving him? It's kind of like that, but a little different. The shark can't really survive on the sand. The bear can swim. So there's a record of a black bear swimming across the Gulf 9 miles. The ocean.
I know what the Gulf is.
But this is the lake. So I say he's fine. They probably could swim a good distance. Why did no one help it to shore?
Dale said, what are you going to do after you load it up? Because
wait, you're not pulling that thing in the boat. You're not pulling it in the boat. You could try, but then what do you, like Dale said, what are you going to do with it?
Mate, say it climbs up the ladder. Say you do the ladder. It's a smart bear. It's a circus bear. He climbs up the ladder.
Right.
What's to stop him from throwing you off the boat?
He's going to be like, nice boat. This is nature. Okay. If he got out there and he shouldn't have got out there, sorry, bear. But I'd say he was fine. He was on one side of the lake and he wanted to go to the other. So he swam over there. But me being my dad's self, I looked it up, and it's not uncommon for bear to swim 2, 3, 4 miles on the common. So I'd say he's fine. But why did no one help it to shore?
What if it had been a deer?
Deer can swim.
Yeah, but would you have helped the deer?
No, bears are cuter. But I just imagine you throwing it like this inner tube and dragging it, like a tuber. And he's just holding on to it.
I'm just imagining the bear with his arms
around it, just hopping through there. There's truly no empathy nor perspective in this world anymore. Yeah, bears are dangerous, but they're part of this ecosystem.
Nobody's trying to kill the bear. That's
watching it just swim 200 yards offshore and no help. That's like letting another human being drown. I hope the bear is okay. It's not, because it's not a human. I'm sorry. I love animals and cute animal videos. Holly will attest to this, but that's a bear. I hope it made it. We watched a documentary on animals in the North America, and I didn't realize there were so many bear in Louisiana. But there was this bear that she had climbed up and hibernated in a tree, a split tree, with her cubs, climbed down and went to get food when they first got up and had to swim back a couple miles because it flooded. Bear swam back just fine. Then one of its cubs had wandered off. She swam out and got it and swam back with it. They can swim. It's cool.
I'm just people like that. They don't try to look at it from both sides. They're just like, you didn't help. You're a bad person.
Is it okay? Shouldn't y'all throw it a rope or something?
Maybe you could have lassoed. Listen, what about this? What if you lassoed the bear and drug it behind the boat?
Yeah. He probably wouldn't like that. Very
It's
much.
for his own good. He don't know no better.
Wonder how it got out there.
I give you 3 guesses.
They didn't push it off the boat. Like they didn't put the bear in the boat, drive out to the middle of the lake, and then push the bear off and be
Yeah.
like, "Good luck."
Then all of your comments are
They'd be a
valid.
little bit, yeah, they'd be a little
But-
bit more valid. Sure, this is AI.
Y'all are wild.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here.
People are on their phones too much. You need to get out. You need to get out and go take a nature walk every now and then.
Let's see. I seriously hope someone saved it.
You know who did? The bear.
He drove. He swam himself right on.
No
across.
one's coming to save you. Save yourself.
Somebody got on there to that person, said, "Drive up in your boat and pull that pretty bear up there on it, and well, you go save it."
Yeah.
Seriously, it doesn't need or want saving. This is its natural environment. He's doing what he wants to do right now. Like, do not go. Do not go. That bear's like, wait, this is where I want to be.
Oh my gosh.
This appears to be a black bear. Y'all should probably leave it alone. Let's see.
They watched that movie where the kid is stuck on the boat with the tiger. I don't remember what that one was called.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie.
Was it a tiger or a lion?
It was a tiger.
Yeah, and he was stuck and they just coexisted on the boat.
Yeah. They made it with each other. Hope you put down your stupid phone from filming and went and saved that bear.
There's nothing to do.
It needed help, stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody got on Google. Nathan. Black bears can swim up to 9 miles. I'm sure he made it to shore just fine.
That's commonsensical of Nathan.
Yeah.
Life of Pi. Yes. Thank you, Nick. Life of Pi.
Yeah, Life of Pi. Yeah,
That was a good movie.
We watched it. It's been a long time ago. Anyway, there's not a lot more to that story. The bear didn't hurt nobody. A lot of people in Alabama showing that they're from Alabama.
How do we know that the comments are from Alabama folk?
That's true.
Because I see that video and I look at those comments, and honestly, I feel like the people in Alabama may have some more common sense. That
That's
sounds
true.
like city folk talk to me.
Probably. That's true.
Any hootie, I can't believe we spent so long on that video.
And just for your information,
He's still reading facts about bears.
no, I'm not. The bear did make it to the shore,
Sounds like a fact about that bear.
according to the news. But
Well, I'll be darned.
these are the people who go to Yellowstone and walk up and try to take selfies with wild animals,
Bison.
with bison, and get gored to death.
They're dumb.
Like you can't take a selfie with that. This
Play
is,
stupid games, win stupid prizes. You haul that bear up in your boat.
come on, fella, come on, I got you. Like, can you imagine you trying to do that and it getting them claws in your back?
Right?
He's not going to be gentle.
say okay.
He's not going to want to
Say-
be approached.
Say that's not an aggressive bear. Say that's the nicest bear you've ever met. Just a really nice, good bear. I'm not saying that the nicest bear is going to be dangerous and swipe your face off. But it's going to be a dangerous task to pull him up out of or her out of the water, because like Josh said, they're going to go to grab something. What's going to stop them from grabbing you to try and pull them, I don't know. The whole thing is dumb.
Yeah, even if it's a bear in distress, how do you save the bear
Without
risking your life?
life,
Like,
yeah.
I'd be willing to help in a situation where obviously the bear needs help. It doesn't need help here. But if I come up on an animal, like a wounded animal on the shore, let's do it that way, I would be willing to try to help if I can do it without risking
injury or
harm to me.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm selfish, but
Well, wait. Okay. What about this one? What about you're somewhere and there is a dog that has fallen through a frozen pond?
yeah, I can't go out there and get that dog.
You're not going to go?
No,
I would go.
no, I'm going to try. I guess there's a lot of of factors here. Am I close to a home? Am I close to shelter? Is there somebody else around that can help me? Like what? There's a lot of things. I'm not just going to blindly run and jump onto that frozen water to try to get the dog without quickly analyzing the things around me.
Yeah, no.
Because if I fall in and there's nobody around, there's no rope for me to take with me. There's no, I'm not doing that. I'm not dying out here.
I couldn't help it. I would have to somehow figure out how to get in there, even if it would just be to swim in the cold water.
They'll say he's going after a picnic basket.
Hey,
Yeah.
boo boo.
Look at you go. I just like Yogi Bear. All right. Anything else here? We're way.
Well, yes, there was, but not now.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't. I asked what you wanted to do this segment. You said talk about the bear.
I just didn't know it was going to take quite that long.
Thunder Radio Morning Show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. When we come back, we've got Stupid Silly Stat, chance to win prizes. Holly will let you know what's happening over at Granddad's today. That's all happening right here on the Thunder Radio Morning Show.
Tennessee summers are the best, grilling, chilling, and streaming. Nobody offers synchronous multi-gig fiber internet speed and the ability to
I didn't know polar bears could swim 200 miles without a break. I would not save my cat either, Christy.
He would. Oh, yes, he would save that cat.
Well, that's different. That's my cat. It's not a random dog. I would probably be more likely to jump in on a frozen pond if my dog had fallen through.
I'm saying your dog.
If it was, you said a dog. If it's my dog, the big dog, yes. The little dog, no.
Yes, you would. You 100% would. Find a way.
I don't think the little dog would fall through. If the little dog fell through, there's no chance of me getting to him. Like, he weighs 8 pounds. So if he falls through the ice, and there was never even ice there.
You wouldn't get in the water and go out and swimming and get him?
Huh. That's cold water.
All right, so I guess we could talk about here during this break. How much time we got?
It's not very long. It's a couple minutes.
I come across this story and I wanted to use it because I feel like it's it's like it's Thursday, but
It is Thursday, yeah.
it's from the person who was arrested to me is not the turd head, it's the government.
Oh, yeah.
So a man was arrested after painting his own crosswalk so the neighborhood kids could reach the park. All right, so let me read the story here. Okay, so Kevin Daly, age 41, was arrested after creating an unauthorized pedestrian crosswalk connecting his neighborhood to the park across the street. All right.
Well, you can't just paint a crosswalk on the road.
No, you can't. Frustrated by the city's inactions after multiple safety requests, Daly took the matters into his own hands and used his online shopping cart. He used official grade reflective paint, official signage, a collapsible road cones he purchased online. It looked like it looked like it was a legitimate crosswalk. Children began using it immediately. Local parents praised him as a hero, but by the following morning, the city had taped it off. The police charged Daly with public endangerment and defacement of municipal property. He said in an unapologetic statement, he says, "I followed all the guidelines they ignored. Sorry for trying to keep kids alive." Look at this crosswalk he built.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
I mean, made.
Yeah.
Painted.
You can't just paint a crosswalk.
I know that.
Thursday on the city
But
for not moving faster.
Sometimes
Welcome to
we
government.
get in our own way. Sometimes things happen and it's just, well, people have to be in charge, don't they? It's very important for some people to be in a
They're not to be powerful. But the government moves at the speed of smell, guys. It just doesn't move fast. I saw somebody the other day who said, maybe it was on the bench show, who said he was talking about the speed of government, how slow it is, and they were saying, but in some ways it's where it could be frustrating and a bad thing. In some ways it's a good thing. It's kind of a safeguard, so one person can't get in there and do all these things in a 2-year term or 4-year term or whatever. It's intentionally slow to, for that reason, which I don't know that I like. I think there's a median to it. I don't think it should take.
I think he's maybe talking about a different side. He's maybe talking passing laws. We're talking about painting a road.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, no reason you shouldn't be able to move faster to get a crosswalk up.
I'm on the guy's side. Less government.
I'm all about it.
We should take care of ourselves.
100%. There are things they got to do, though. The roads is one of them.
Thunder Radio Morning Show. Glad to have you along with us here until 8:30. Somebody's on line 1. Morning, you're on the morning show.
Westbound on 24, and before you get to the A-Row exit, probably about a mile and a half, there's an accident.
Oh.
A car has hit a tractor trailer.
Oh no.
But anyway, looks like they were Bonnarooers.
Oh.
But traffic is very, very slow.
Okay.
So just giving people a heads up headed toward Manchester or Murfreesboro. So the right lane is where the accident is. They're half on the shoulder and half in the right lane. So just be safe.
All right. Thanks for the heads up. All right. I was cutting it out a little bit there. But
Felicia's precious.
Yeah, I'll fill you in. She was basically saying there's an accident. I-24 westbound. Traffic is moving slow. So avoid that if you can. I did get an update a minute ago from Tiffany that said the Ragsdale Road was clear at this current time. Obviously, you should not be driving down Ragsdale Road unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
That's probably not advisable at this time. But anyway, so that's just a few updates for you. All right. It is, it's stupid, silly stat time. But first, Holly's going to let you know what's happening over at Granddad's Restaurant in Manchester today.
Well, I believe today they're going to have bacon wrapped pork loin with cornbread dressing, chicken tenders, fried catfish, hash brown casserole, cornbread casserole, corn on the cob, baked apples, white beans, cornbread, or roll. Your drink is included. All that for just $9.99. Find Granddad's at 620 Woodbury Highway.
And now it's time for stupid, silly statistics that you never knew
I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
and probably don't need.
Did you bring your statistics?
Stupid Silly Stat revved up by our friends at Freedom Automotive in Manchester. Stop on by and see them before you hit the road for that summer trip. They've even got brand new tires with financing plans, so you don't have to drop all that money at one time on those tires. Stop on by and see them at 515 Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. That's Freedom Automotive Service Center, 515 Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Freedom Automotive Service Center. Holly?
25% of women say that they would break up with a guy if he did this too much.
All right, 728-1320. 2 tickets to Lake Winnie. Let's go Lake Winnie today.
This might be a repeat. I'm sorry if it is.
2 tickets to Lake Winnipesaukee, celebrating 100 years of Lake Winnie. If you can give me the right answer, 728-1320. If you won in the past 30 days, can't claim prizes. Jessica. Morning show.
Chew tobacco.
Chew tobacco. Good guess, but not it.
Chew tobacco. Spit. Luke Combs.
No. Blake Shelton. 728-1320. Yeah, I think you've used it, but it's been a long time. I think we're safe on this one. 25% of women, so they would break up with a guy if he did too much of this.
Bless you.
Sorry, excuse me. Bless me.
25% of women say they would break up with a guy if he did this too much.
Morning show.
Yeah, drinking.
Drinking. Good guess, but that ain't it.
This is my favorite guess. Drinking.
No, nobody's there online too. Call back, Dina. Too much drinking. Now, I can understand. That's probably higher than 25%.
Of people drink too much?
No, 25% of women would break up. That's not the stats. 25% of women would break up with a guy if he does this too much. I think that number, 25%, would be higher. Morning show.
Flirting with other women.
Good guess, but not it.
I ain't putting up with that now.
Good thing I don't know how to flirt.
Poor guy.
I guess other women be flirting with me all the time. I don't know nothing about it. Holly's like, they're flirting with you. I'm like, what? I don't think so. I don't think so. Morning show.
Fishing.
Fishing. Good guess, but not it. Brad Paisley sang a song about that.
Women in their mid 50s to mid 60s,
Cougars.
they got a thing for him.
Cougars. That 50 to 60 range. Oh, Josh, I just love the radio station and all that good stuff. And I'm like, what?
Back up, Grandma.
Y'all see my wife? She's a smoke show.
25% of women said that they would break up with a guy if he did this too much. Some of the guesses that we've had is chew tobacco, drank.
Morning show.
Yeah, would it be fishing or hunting?
Fishing or hunting's a great guess, but that
Nothing
ain't
every day.
it. Good try. Makes me wonder how many of these guys have been broken up with because they fish and hunt too much. We just had 2 of these calls about fishing and hunting. I'm like, how many of you have got dumped because y'all wanted to go fish? Singing that Brad Paisley song the whole time.
I'm going to miss her.
Yes, that's it. Not it, though. 728-1320. 25% of women say I break up with a guy if he does this too much.
Yawns.
I was trying not to yawn. She could tell I was holding it back. This is about the time of the show where I get a little yawny, about 7:30, about an hour in. You were up early this morning.
3:30.
3:30, Holly's up doing laundry.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I like getting my chores done before work because then when I go home in the evening, I just can piddle.
Jessica said, loving every day. To the hunting and fishing. Luke Bryan. Christy says golf. Not right.
Golf takes a long time.
Yeah, it's a morning show.
Play video games.
What a great guess. Not it, though. Good try. It's a good guess.
I read a stat that said people that played video games do better at work.
I guess it depends on the kind of work because I don't play video games anymore. I grew out of that, probably about 24, 25. Don't play them anymore. But the one game I would sit and play right now is Grand Theft Auto.
The new one about to come out?
Oh, it didn't come out until next year. But I'd play the old one. I'd sit and play that on like PS5 or something. But if I start that, that's all I'll do. Like I'll spend hours and hours. I'll do nothing else. So I can't start that. It's bad. Morning show.
Work too much.
Good guess, but not it. Work too much. 25% of women say they would break up with a guy if he does this too much. It's more of leisure. It's more leisure. So it's not going to be work. And it ain't hunting and fishing. 728-1320. Take your guesses. I got 2 tickets to Lake Windy for the right answer today. But if let's see, Jessica says, I would play Red Dead Redemption if I had time. I don't know.
Is that where he shoots the zombies? He's at the mall.
Morning show.
Vacation too much.
Not it. Morning show.
Buying too many lottery tickets.
Buying too many lottery tickets is a good guess, but not it.
We had a lottery ticket stat. If she saw him in his car.
Yeah, a lot of women would break up.
Whoa.
Yawning. Sorry, y'all. Not it though. Morning show.
Play golf too much.
Play golf too much. Good guess, but no. It's not golf. It's not hunting. It's not fishing.
To be honest, I don't like it that. No, I don't. When I think of doing this, I don't think of a man.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good hint right there.
I think of more women.
And I'm sure more women do, in fact, do this. 728-1320. And James says collect Barbie dolls. Not it. Yeah, if I played video games,
I don't think I could date a guy that collected Barbies.
No,
that's weird.
Morning show.
Not spending enough time with them.
Not spending enough time with them is a
Get
real
that
good
QT.
guess, but that's not it.
That's a love language, y'all, fellas.
Quality time.
Yeah.
25% of women say they would break up with a guy if he did this too much. Morning show.
Pain in bed.
There it is. Tanning bed or go tanning. That is the right answer. Matthew, I knew you get it if you just tried hard enough.
Yes. I was on a roll.
Now, I'm sure you go to the tanning bed a lot during your lifetime.
Oh, yes. I got the farmer's tan. I'm only tan from my short sleeves down.
Yes, Matthew.
He probably looks like he's wearing a white shirt when he doesn't have his shirt on.
There you go. You said it, Holly.
Now, Matthew, I got a couple tickets to Lake Winnie up here. You can come pick them up, okay?
Okay, thank you, Josh.
All right, I'll print those out for him. I'm not saying Matthew doesn't have an email. He probably does, but if it includes his last name, I don't want to try to send it, so he can just come pick them up. So the answer is tanning. Just not necessarily tanning bed, but to tanning.
I get it that guys want to be tan. Like I guys care about some guys care about their appearances too. I always thought when I was at the tanning salon though, back when I used to go years ago, and I would see a guy in there, I was like, oh, you tan?
I've been to the tanning bed, okay? But I don't go a lot.
You were going before we went on vacation.
Yeah, 1 year.
And like before our wedding, maybe?
Yeah. Well, I got a spray tan then, I think.
You got a spray tan?
You made me.
That's hilarious. Like Ross.
Yeah.
Friends. I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't remember that you did that.
Yeah. I think your sister did it.
She did your spray tan?
Yeah. That's a long time ago.
Sometimes it's good forgetting stuff because then when you tell me again, it's like a little treat.
It's like a whole new story.
Tell me more.
But I mean, that's the one time in my life that I've had that done. But I went to the tan. I think I bought a 1 month thing to the tanning bed once, and then that's pretty much it. Now the gym I use has a tanning bed, and I've used it a couple of times. It's not something I use often. But like by the pool at the house, I mean, I like to just lay out there, but it's not necessarily, I mean, the tanning thing, sure, but I just like to lay in the sun and like a lizard, man. I just love it. Like yesterday, we floated around in the pool for an hour. Just floated there.
That was the longest I've sat still in a long time.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought after about 5 minutes, Holly wasn't going to be able to do it because she was kicking her feet around and she was rocking.
I just don't like to sit still. On the other hand, in the meanwhile, if I'd been by myself on that float, would have fallen asleep and slept for 30 minutes probably. I can't.
But Holly was with me, so it was like it's like that 5-year-old that doesn't stop asking questions. A lot of talking was going on, a lot of conversating. And that was fine too, but
I just feel like there's always something to be done. And if I'm sitting there, I'm just thinking about what needs to be, what I could be doing, what I could be accomplishing in the time that I'm just sitting there. I don't know.
But it's good every now and then to just relax. That's why that pool's there.
I like to look at it. And I enjoyed sitting there. But I mean, I can't lay there. I had to sit up and kick my feet. Hey, one of my friends, when she says gave, she says gov. I gave him an apple. I gave him.
Is that the same one that says envelope?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's something wrong. There's something wrong with that one. This one's defective.
No. I'll always remember that. I may forget who did you spray tan before our wedding, but I'm gonna always remember that she says gov instead of gave.
I gave him one. All right. Anything else here about the stupid silly stat that we need to?
Nah.
All right. Let's do a weather update, shall we? It's beautiful out there right now. Sunny skies. About 70. Headed for high of 86 today. There will be more clouds today than we had yesterday. 30% chance of showers. So hopefully not. But then after today, so today's the last like really good day. And then we've got just quite a bit of rain. 86 today, and then tomorrow 86 with a 70% chance of rain. And then by the time we get to tomorrow evening, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday, all the way through, you're looking at about a 70 to 80% chance of rain straight through, even in the overnight hours. You're pretty heavy rain showers going to be persisted through the weekend. It's not going to be just like an all-day soaker every day, but you're talking about pop-up stuff, lines of stuff rolling through here. Could see, a severe storm here. There's nothing too bad, but some hail, some lightning, some wind. Really, really heavy downpours. So beware, especially if you're headed out to Bonnaroo. You want to be safe and have a way to get somewhere out of that. Weather forecast brought to you by the Hillsboro Food Company. They got breakfast and lunch out there. Got a nice cafe. They're open 6 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 on Saturdays. Hillsboro Food Company, 7403 Hillsboro Highway. Got a news break here. We'll come back. It's Thursday. We'll do that on the Thunder Radio Morning Show.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio.
I said Thursday, but no, that's not right. We got to name that tune next. My bad. Completely had that backwards. We will not be live tomorrow. It's best of tomorrow. Just FYI. I'll have some good stuff lined up, but it will be best of. If I play Celebration, Holly will think it's birthday time. Let's do this one. Where did she go? Yeah, we got to name that tune then Thursday. Maybe Holly will come back and participate with us. There she is.
I'm about to have to come out of this wig. It's itching me.
People love it.
Should I leave it on?
No, take it off.
I'll leave it on.
Take it off. Maybe you get back up and show everybody the whole fit. Let me get this comments off the screen here. Yeah. Look at there.
Can you even see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
I made it.
That's legit. It's legit. Let's name that tune next. I said Thursday, but let's name that tune.
I gotta come out of this.
That's what you said.
Oh, I'm afraid my hair's gonna look dumb. Ready? Whoa.
Ah! Morning, Joshua.
Which Joshua?
William Gregory.
That's a good name.
Does that help you?
He's got 3 first names.
Does have 3 first names. Yeah. Well.
Oh, gracious. That feels good. Oh. You want to wear it?
No. That looks itchy.
It's itchy. It's rope hair. It's why.
Rope hair. Nice rope hair.
Hey, girl, nice rope hair.
I'll get out of this right here. Much better, Ellie. You look much more like yourself now. Oh my gosh. You got a little headache behind my eye.
I had an awful headache last night before bed.
Oh.
I haven't been taking my vitamins, so I've started again.
Yeah. She's been doing good with her diet, though. She's been exercising. She did some squats the other day.
20. I did 20 squats total. Not 3 sets of 20.
She did 2 sets of 7 and 1 set of 6. Gotta start somewhere. Next time, do 22. But you want to go up 5% is the goal.
Okay. I didn't know that.
What the level that you're at, that's what you want to go.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just saying at a certain point. Yeah, so 21. You do one more.
So just 21 squats today?
Yeah. Because if you start going up too much, you're going to get too sore. You're going 21, 22 at the most. Do a couple more, and then you go 5 more %. Add. You do body squats, so you don't get doing too much. Remember that time we went to CrossFit? And we were doing like 200 body squats, and she tried to do all those.
Who does 200 squats in a day?
She get in the car and
People are psychos.
She's crying tears.
It hurt. I thought I was gonna have rhabdo.
I was like, honey, you just do 100.
I couldn't do 100. I couldn't do 50. I might could have done 50.
She was bawling. Well, I'm never going back. Headache has popped up right behind this eye. I don't know where it came from, but it is bad.
You want some ibuprofen?
Yeah, I'm going to need some. Hey, the Braves won yesterday.
Oh.
Win tomorrow.
Look out
That's
now.
2 in a row. If you win on Saturday, they call that a winning streak.
She looked like the girl when dressed up as Jenny from Forrest Gump.
She did dress up as Jenny from Forrest Gump
How
one
do
year.
you remember that, Jessica?
Thursday. Well, I was in a hurry to do the sports last night, wasn't I? Braves got the day off Thursday.
You're starting to talk like me. You say I reckon now.
You're ruining me.
Holly is the planner, the brains, and the looks. She just needs Josh to push all the fancy buttons.
The snowflake button makes it cold, cold, cold. Set temperature makes it hold, hold, hold.
This is the morning show with Josh and Holly.
Yes, Thunder Radio Morning Show, brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. Holly has shed her dreadlock rope hair. She got
It's
a little
itchy.
got a little too itchy. But she fought through it for a good hour. I guess more than that because you had it on in the house. So a couple hours probably. By the time you put them on there and wore them up here.
It's all right.
I walked in and she was getting dressed and I thought it was the girl one. She had the blonde hair. They look a lot alike.
That's what Jessica was saying. She said she looks like the girl when dressed up as Jenny from Forrest Gump. And she did. She did dress up as Jenny from Forrest Gump one year.
Yeah.
And so I thought she was talking about that.
And she was saying basically that's what she would look like if she dressed up as Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Any hootie.
We got Name That Tune here on the morning show. Chance to win more prizes.
Bonnaroo themed again today. Josh has got a little snippet of a song. He'll play a 1, 2, and then a 3-second clip once you have figured it out. Call us 728-1320.
I don't think y'all are going to get this.
I don't know.
She picked a song that I've never heard of.
Sometimes people surprise me.
I've never heard of the band. I've never heard of the song. Never heard any of this. And so she's
it's
like,
Bonnaroo themed.
I got 2 tickets to Beach Bend Park. If y'all get this, I ought to be giving away like $1 million or something.
I've heard of them, and I've heard this song.
All right, 728-1320. 2 tickets to Beach Bend Park. Sounds a little bit like Pearl Jam right there.
I like this song.
It's not Pearl Jam, it's not Hozier. 728-1320. Can you name that song for me? I got 2 tickets to Beach Bend Park. Are they at Bonnaroo this year?
Yes.
Okay, they're at Bonnaroo this year. So that narrows down the field for you a little bit.
That's a big hint, buddy.
I mean, they could just start naming the names of the bands.
I know.
I don't think anybody's going to
Hit
get
that one more time.
Somebody's already trying to guess up in here. Morning show.
Wondering why red clay straight.
Wow. Nailed it. What is your name?
Raylan Phillips.
Wow.
Raylan. Do you like that song?
Yes, ma'am.
I do too. See?
Oh, Ray. All right. Good job, Raylan. Did you hang up on me?
She don't like that.
Did she hang up on me? I want to take my tickets back. Yes,
That's
it is wondering why by
She
the
said
red clay
click.
strings.
She comes from Silver Spoon.
Got to mute you on the cameras.
Low dollar out here where concrete meets old dirt.
Sounds like Hozier to me.
She pulled a Josh on Josh.
That sounds like a Hozier song to me.
Yeah, it does.
The voice sounds like it. The rhythm sounds like it.
He's a little more rocky. I
Yeah.
feel like Hozier is.
Yeah.
This guy's sounds
More folky? More
Yeah,
folky.
I like it though.
She sent me this song yesterday and said, "Listen to this. You would like it if Wallen sang it." I'm like,
Yeah.
I like it now. It's a good song. I don't know why Wallen's got to be involved.
I think that if you like it now, but I think if Wallen sang this song, you would be like, "Oh my God, that's the best song ever."
Well, he would sing it better.
He's a musical mastermind. Wallen for president.
Well, he's the best musical talent we've seen probably 50 years.
Oh my gosh, I don't think so.
Bigger even than Captain Kangaroo. I mean, he's gonna be bigger than Elvis when it's all said and done, probably.
Oh my gosh.
I'm doing things just to get her irritated. Anyway, congratulations to Raylan. Yeah, it was Wondering Why, Red Clay Strings. When do they play?
I believe they play Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. And I probably could be. I don't have that pulled up again. Red Clay Strings.
Mm-hmm. Red Clay Strings. I don't know much of their stuff. They play on the big stage? You don't know?
I don't know. No, I don't reckon they play on the big stage.
Red Clay Strays.
Strings.
Strings.
Right?
Strays.
Strings.
Strays. Strings.
What is it? Red Clay.
Strays.
Red Clay Strays?
Red Clay Strays. Not strings.
Are we sure?
100%.
Daggone, I've been calling it the wrong thing. I'm like,
to be fair to me, Holly put Red Clay Strings in the computer here.
I said, y'all heard that? Y'all heard that band Red Clay Strings? They're playing at Bonnaroo.
Red
Pretty
Clay
good.
Strays.
Strings.
Well, I'm looking at the screen here where Holly put the answer in. Now, 50% of the time she puts the wrong answer in. So this is not a wrong answer so much as is a partially wrong answer.
Now, if I got
Red
it wrong.
Clay Strays. Wondering Why.
Strays.
No wonder when I was Googling what time they played, I didn't get an answer.
Oh, goodness, Holly. Get it together.
We're very eclectic in our musical knowledge.
Raylan knows, but we don't.
Does Raylan know or does Raylan's mama know? I have a feeling it's more her mom.
No. I think they both jam out to this song.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they do. All right. We got more games. No, we don't have any more games. That's all of our games. We have Thursday next. Holly was reading some of the stuff that she had conjured up for Thursday, and I was like, some of this is too dark. Like we can't
You
talk
can't
about
read that on the radio. It's the news.
Like it's not you could read it on the radio. It's just like beyond our scope of what we like. We get
morning show fun, get you to work.
Yeah, occasionally we have a little, we can get a little far that way, but this was like way too far. I was like, we're not going to talk about that on the morning show. Morning show.
Hey, we have a birthday to put on today.
Today. All right, go ahead.
Say it. Say it, Harry. Say it. Now he's shy. Courtney Reed.
Courtney Reed.
Oh.
All right. How old? Do we know how old?
I better not say.
You don't want to get in trouble? All right, that's fine.
I don't want to get in trouble.
All right. Well, Courtney Reed is on the birthday list for today. Thank you for calling it in.
Yeah, Garrison and Harrison wanted to call her in and tell her happy birthday.
All right. Well, shout out to Garrison. Harrison, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
I almost said Harrison.
Harrison and Garrison.
Listening to the Red Clay Strings.
Where Avril Lavigne and her brother Adam will also be making a guest appearance.
I wonder if Adam Levine will be there to play with his sister.
Also, Alice Cooper with his band Alice in Chains will be there.
Follow us for more musical stuff.
Things are actual things I've said on the radio.
Yeah. That could be a whole segment. Things Holly has said that were not true at all.
Always fact check me.
And that's why I wasn't about to say something wrong about that bear earlier. I was going to look up the information before I said it. And I was right. Red Clay Strays.
Well, daggone.
You'll look them up. All right. We got Thursday next. Birthdays later on. in the Thunder Radio Morning Show here till 8:30 today. Hey, Common John Brewing Company's open today. Stop by and see them. They've got some new menu items out there, including the Hot in Her pizza. It's hot in here. Try that out. They got an apple pie pizza kind of thing too now, which is really good. Go try that out. They're at 210 Woodbury Highway. If you are into the IPA scene, Nuclear Fusion is one that I recommend. Give that a try. They even have some of those canned up that you can buy and take with you. 210 Woodbury Highway online, CommonJohnBC.com, Common John Brewing Company.
Hey, Misty,
Hey, Roger.
do you know what to do if you were involved in a car accident?
I'd scream.
What happened to my camera? Yeah, I disappeared. There I am.
I was in a store yesterday.
Uh-huh.
The boy was going on his first guy trip, where him and his buddies are going to go to the beach, and they book their own place, and it's them. So I was in a store yesterday, and I was like, I'll get Buddy some new swim trunks for his trip.
Uh-huh.
So I picked up a pair that were cute, and the brand was called Chubbies. And I know that's a good brand. I've seen them advertised before, and they're quick drying and super comfortable. So I looked at the price tag, $80.
Oh.
$80 for a pair of swim trunks.
Buddy can have something cheaper.
Yeah.
But Buddy don't even like going to the beach that much. I'm back now, ain't I, Kevin?
I wish I would have gave him a shout out this morning while he was on his way into work. He said he called me, said he was going to listen.
Thunder Radio.
Yes, Josh, may I put a birthday on for today, please?
For today, yeah, do it.
Greg Butler.
I didn't hear any of that.
Greg Butler.
Greg Butler.
Greg Butler.
Uh-huh.
All right, got it down.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Rosenberger. I didn't hear the first time she said it. I heard blah, 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 blah.
Look where I burned myself with the
I was
iron.
looking at that earlier. You got yourself good. That may not go away.
It'll go away.
I burnt my arm that one time with the iron. I thought I was going to have a permanent iron mark on my arm. But
I
it went
also
away.
burned myself right there. Can you see it?
I do see it. It mixes in with your freckles. The Manchester TN Unfiltered Forum anonymous post.
Why are they posting anonymous?
Put your name on
Say
it.
it with your whole chest.
Now I'm really going to bitch. Rue was not supposed to start the music until Thursday. Shook the house till 3 a.m. this morning.
Rue didn't start the music.
Yeah. I think they did do some sound checking, but
That's not music. It's probably
the outer Rue area. They may have some stuff out there going on.
Yeah.
They may have a stage out there cranked up.
I still have that stuff in the back of my car that you asked me to go pick up the other day for the.
Yeah.
Do you want me to unload that?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to find out today. I'm trying to figure out the best way to get that meat to the person. I'll probably just want them to pick it up at the Hillsborough Food Company. I would like to present it all to them at the same time, but I don't want meat. I don't want to be carrying meat around.
Wow.
So, Holly. So I think I'm going to either work it out where they can pick it all up at Hillsborough Food Company. But that may be hard to do with me there. So I don't know. I'm going to call Brandon this morning and see what we can do. When am I going to be in the employee spotlight?
You are not eligible to win.
I can be in an employee spotlight.
No, you're not.
Uh-huh. I'm not going to lie, the carrot in me was a little annoyed at 3 a.m. this morning when it woke me up. But that's not social media worthy. I would probably get mad if I got woke up at 3 in the morning.
Oh, I would. I hate being woke up.
But I wouldn't post anonymously.
No.
Morning Show with Josh and Holly.
Thunder Radio Morning Show. We are musical experts. Enjoy the Red Clay Strays at Bonnaroo this year. Apparently it was a little bumpy last night out at Bonnaroo. People getting woke up at 3 a.m. with the music. I can imagine if I lived out there, one of two things. Like if I lived in that general area, one of two things. I would take off of work if at all possible. Like I get it, everybody doesn't have that option, right? But if at all possible, I'm taking off work to either A, get that out of town for a week and be gone, or B, I'm taking off work and I'm finding the best way I can to monetize my location, parking, shuttling.
Oh yeah,
and I'm making money. One or the other.
Yeah.
The worst place to live, would it be worse to live on the road, like right there, and you got to deal with all this stuff, or on the fringe where you got all the noise and the auxiliary issues, but you're not really close enough to kind of monetize nobody wants to park at your house because you're too far, or
I think being on the road is worse.
You think so?
Yes, for sure. I don't want that many people around me.
Yeah.
We live out in the country, so
it's great, man. I drive home.
Not many folks drive by our house in a day.
Period. Like on any day, nobody drives by our road.
If there was traffic backed up in front of my house, I would.
I'd get a little anxious about it.
Yeah.
Holly be out there making sure everybody's all right. She says that, but she'd be like,
"Y'all want to come use the bathroom? I know you probably got to pee."
Yeah, that'd be Holly. She says that, but then all of a sudden, here's a line of people at my house using the bathroom, and I ain't got no water left.
I'll charge them.
Oh, look, they're in the pool. Thursday. A federal
jury has
to a good start, aren't we?
Has convicted a 35-year-old South Florida man who was fraudulently booking more than 100 free airline flights by posing as a flight attendant. He went all over. Tyron Alexander was found guilty of wire fraud and unlawfully entering a secure airport under false pretenses. Prosecutors said Alexander exploited
this is a real life catch me if you can kind of guy.
Exploited a program intended for airline staff, using it to board 34 flights without paying between 2018 and 2024. He submitted false information through the airline carrier's employee flight booking system. He falsely claimed to be a flight attendant with 7 different airlines, providing roughly 30 fake badge numbers and hire dates.
So this is a real life Leonardo DiCaprio catch me if you can situation.
He could face up to 30 years in federal prison.
Does it make you feel good about the airlines and their security? Like I'm getting a cavity search over here.
Yeah, but your flight attendant.
But flight attendants who aren't even part of the team are flying from back and forth. Back to the conversation we were having just a minute ago. Jessica said I would monetize any way I could if I lived close enough.
I'm not seeing the comments anymore on my side for some reason. Let me just try and refresh it. It's fine. All right, moving on. An 81-year-old is accused of pepper spraying neighborhood kids ages 3 and 6 over bubbles.
Kids love bubbles, man. You talk about cheap entertainment, but once you give them the bubbles, you can't take them away.
You can never take them away. And also, why do they got to spill them?
They spill them every time.
They'll
take the bubbles and they'll say, because they insist on holding the liquid. Like you can't just give them the wand.
They want to hold
the bottle.
Yeah.
And once you give it to them, it's over. It's spilled within 10 seconds.
Good thing it's just soap, I guess.
I reckon. And then they cry because they don't have any more left.
You spilled it. Okay, so anywho, Ada Anderson was arrested after police say she pepper sprayed her neighbor, April Morant, and her 2 daughters, ages 3 and 6. Morant said children were pepper sprayed over their use of bubbles. The quote is, bubbles, literally. The bubbles put her in a whole other arena, whatever was going on in her mind. Morant said her daughters were playing in their yard, well away from the fence that separates the 2 properties, when Anderson started yelling and leaning over the fence holding something. What went through my head is I thought she had a gun. So I literally kind of jumped. It startled me. I didn't know what was in her hand, and then she sprayed it. According to the police report, Anderson sprayed pepper spray at both Morant and the daughters. The daughters ran inside to get bottles of water to dump on their faces. Morant said she's had problems with Anderson ever since she moved into the neighborhood with her family in November. But she said the issues have been getting worse, escalating.
I can't imagine that level of neighbor drama. Like you see these stories. Like there was a series on one of the murder channels we watch, Killer Neighbors or whatever.
Yeah.
Where they get into it over something dumb like a fence or a dog pooping in their yard, and it just turns into somebody killing somebody.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
And I'm like, God,
somebody's cutting grass that's over. Like, no, technically that's my grass. You don't cut.
Yeah, yesterday I saw the neighbor kid cutting my grass, and I was so excited. I was like, ooh, like he was like we kind of have an area that it's our yard, but it kind of mixes with their yard. It's where it's
like
where
all yards.
It's where the property line is. Well, no, listen. I mean,
they're all connected.
One side of the driveway, obviously, is on the other side of the driveway. It's where it meets, and it's probably only two.
Imagine a property line.
It's only 2 or 3 passes for me, but it still saves me a little time. And I looked up, and he was cutting all the way over to my driveway, and I was pumped about that. But people were getting mad. I'm like, I don't care. But people get fighty. I'm glad we don't have that situation.
Yeah, no.
Our neighbors are cool. They brought me coffee back from
Guatemala. Yeah.
I didn't ask for that. And they were like, here, we brought you some Guatemalan coffee that they grow at their home.
They took the their youth, some youth over there to volunteer in Guatemala and do good things over there. And all the things that they had to take care of, like getting all the kids there, doing the things there on the flight back, got to get them home. And they thought enough about us to bring us some authentic Guatemalan coffee.
I know, I'm pretty pumped to try it. We already had our coffee maker loaded for the next day when they brought it over, but maybe tomorrow we'll be having some Guatemalan coffee, unless you've already loaded it up.
I ain't loaded it yet.
Pretty excited. But anyway, we don't have those neighbor fights, and we certainly aren't pepper spraying anybody over bubbles. But I'm thankful for that. Well, I guess that's not the case for everybody. I'm glad we're not around a lot of people.
Me too.
Like we just have the one neighbor really is it. We don't live on a road with a lot of people.
Well, to the right of us across a field is Josh's parents.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's not like it's
they're up the way a little. So it's way out there. I appreciate that. But if I had a lot of people around me, I could see me getting into it with somebody.
Do you think it's cool you live on the same road that you grew up on your whole life?
I don't know. I think there's 2 different kinds of people. Some people like to get the heck away from where they grew up, and some people don't care, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I enjoy being it's not so much the road you grew up, for me anyway. It's not so much the road you grew up on as much as it is I just like the location. Like
okay.
If I had the opportunity to pick that spot, I think I would pick that. Like if it was like if I had no relation, I don't think I would like that spot anyway.
I think if it was the house that I had lived or the road that I had lived on my entire life, I would feel territorial over it.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate the familiarity a little. Yeah, I guess there's times where it's like, this is my road. I've been out here, but I appreciate the familiarity with it. I mean, you turn on that same road forever, going home from the time you were a little bitty to now.
Yeah.
Like I rode in the back of a Astro van on my way to my grandma's house there when I was 5 years old to now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Any hootie.
Any more Thursday?
Let's see.
Yeah, that was only the pepper spray one.
Okay, yeah, I got another.
Kevin over here describing my dream life. Did y'all work yesterday? Wish I had neighbors to mow my grass. I don't have any neighbors to my left or my right or behind me. Why don't you just make us all jealous?
I'm trying to find.
Well, that's fine. We'll have to have
story.
another one.
Hang on,
No,
I
it's
just
fine.
want to. It was a pretty good one.
Time to
No,
move
that
on,
ain't
I
it.
reckon.
Let's see if this is it. All right, man caught with meth while dumpster diving for raccoon friend in Nashville.
Just leave it at the headline. I don't want to hear any more details to that story.
Man who claimed to be searching for his raccoon friend in a Nashville alleyway is now facing drug charges. According to court documents, officers were conducting a patrol near a fire station when they observed a dark-colored Jeep parked in an alleyway. Authorities added that the Jeep had its lights off and doors open. Approximately 20 minutes had passed. Officers reportedly approached the vehicle and made contact with 46-year-old Jeremy Poole, who was confirmed to be the vehicle's registered owner. When asked, "What are you doing in this alley?" he said, "I'm looking for my raccoon friend in that dumpster." While speaking with Poole, officers said that they spotted a syringe sitting on the center console of the Jeep in plain view. Upon further investigation, officers observed the syringe was filled with 33 milliliters of a brown liquid. Poole said it was meth.
You got me. Morning show overdrive financed by New Haven Mortgage, newhavenmtg.com. So now's the time you start looking for a house. Maybe you're first time home buyer. You've done it a couple times. You want to cash out refinance. However, whatever you're looking to do with your property, they can help. They're experts. And you have to have the right finance team on your side. It doesn't matter that there's homes for sale and you got a realtor. How are you funding that? Talk to our friends at New Haven Mortgage. They know exactly how to get you in the perfect program for you. And they're ready to help. Over 60 years of experience. 1300 MacArthur Drive. Right across the street from Markham's Pharmacy and online at newhavenmtg.com and MLS 1477317. Birthdays are next.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios. This is Thunder Radio.
There you go. Call the girl and get her up. So you want to go out and have girl talk to the girl one? Oh, we got Jada Foster on the birthday list. Let's get her on there. All right. Okay. Thunder Radio.
Would you please put Donna Williams on your birthday list? Her birthday was the 10th.
Oh, okay. So we need to back it up a couple of days there. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to start asking first. Okay. Sorry, Holly's decided not to be part of the show anymore. I'm accepting co-host. There's an empty chair. She's just doing her own thing. So I need to be able to fly. I want to start flying. Oh, look, Holly decided to come back and be part of the show.
I was on the phone.
Welcome back, Holly. We're doing birthdays here.
The girl one wasn't really a date.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like a hangout.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess the guy was kind of like...
Well, this is a guy she not really even met before, right?
She knew him.
Yeah.
They had worked out at the same time.
They worked out at the same time in the gym. They don't really know each other.
Not really. Like they had talked some before.
I have to say that story. We got birthdays.
Birthday time on the Thunder Radio morning show. Pick up that phone and give us a call, 728-1320. At the end of the day, we'll draw for a slice of birthday pie. Mercantile Cafe Bakery Gift Shop providing that delicious treat. Yesterday's winner was Bella Hastings. Congratulations, Bella. At the end of the week, we draw for a birthday cake from the Food Lion. And we also draw for flowers from the Mossy Pot in downtown Manchester. So all that happening here on Thunder Radio. Let's get our birthdays for today dialed up. 728-1320 to call in and add to the list. Drum roll, please, Holly. Got a pretty good list today. Happy birthday. John Davis, Courtney Reed, Greg Butler, Mike Sellers, Jada Foster. Happy birthday to all those people today, yes. And again, you can add to that list, and we'll draw this afternoon about 4:30. Tiffany will be on connecting Coffee County, and she'll make that happen. All right, celebrity birthdays with Holly. The Red Clay Strings.
I only have one. It's Anne Frank. The late Anne Frank has a birthday today, and that's all I've got.
I'm sure there's some YouTuber named Young Boozy or something that's got a birthday today.
Let me find the most bizarre name on the list for today.
We should make that a whole thing.
The Frustrated Gamer has a birthday today.
Is that a YouTuber?
Yeah. Let's see. He is a YouTube star.
So I don't know what it is about kids watching videos of other kids playing video games. Our boy one did that a lot, still does it. And I walked in to our little nieces and nephews doing it they're like second and third grade, and they are watching videos of other kids playing video games. I'm like, why don't y'all just play the game?
Yeah, it's weird.
And I just wonder why that is. Like,
I don't know. I would not find that interesting. If I was little.
I want to play.
Yeah, I want to play.
Give me the controller. Let me try. I could see myself trying to get a hack or something like that.
No, absolutely.
Trying to watch and figure that out. But like just sitting for hours and watching someone else play Madden, you got to be kidding me.
Because when you were a kid, and say there's a group, there's a group of guys, you can only use 2 at a time.
Yeah.
So for the other guys standing around watching, they wanted to play.
You want to play? I mean, I would watch. We used to play video game like Madden tournaments at my friend's house, and I played a lot because they didn't lose. But like I had figured out a pretty good system to beat them, and I was like, I was pretty pumped about it because, man, this is a dumb story. I ain't gonna tell it.
No.
They had an Xbox, and I was a PlayStation guy, so it's different controls, you know. But I went over there, and they're supposed to be really good, blah blah blah. And I beat all of them at the Madden. I was Patriots, I was Tom Brady, and I beat them all the time. But then they kept telling me about this guy. This is an expert gamer. He's going to play gaming tournaments, blah blah blah. He'll beat you. He'll beat you, blah blah blah.
That was coming to play.
Yeah, it was coming to play, and I didn't know this guy. Okay, okay, and I'm just like, I'm not really an expert. I don't know, but so dude came into play with us and played me because they were hyping this game up. This sounds so elementary.
Well, how old were you?
23, 22, 21, maybe. I don't know. Somewhere in that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 19. I was 19 to 22.
Yeah,
range.
you're doing 20.
Kid things.
20.
And so I was like, okay, cool. I mean, these are friends I played games with all the time.
Sure.
And anyway, this dude shows up, and I'm up 35-0 at halftime. And I'm just like, I thought this guy was supposed to be something. I don't know.
That's so
I'm just going to run the clock out here in the second half. He quit. He quit the game.
He quit?
No,
he didn't even finish?
No, it was over.
What was everybody saying?
Oh, they
were they giving him heck?
Yeah. But I mean, I was never good enough to make money from it.
Daggone, buddy. You should have.
I know. They said video games would take you nowhere, but people make millions of dollars playing video games now. And I'm like, my parents were wrong. I should have stuck with video. Like, I quit playing. You know, I never played online. I didn't, like, that came along kind of after I was done. Like, I just like to play against the computer and play my own seasons.
Yeah.
Like, I want to play franchise mode and build my team.
Josh
I don't want to get online.
Play well with others.
I don't want to get online and play with others. I tried that with some games before, and I got really irritated. Like, you get on you can have the little headpiece.
Yeah.
And like play Grand Theft Auto or whatever. And these 12-year-old kids in there saying a bunch of words they shouldn't be saying. And I'm like, where are your parents? You know, I feel bad talking smack to these little kids, but it's like.
No, I think that would make me feel good to talk smack to them. I think that's what teachers need to do. Actually, when they get off work, they need to go home. They need to get real good at gaming over the summer and then play the kids, talk smack to them.
Behind the screen name.
Find
the kids that they're in their class.
Because they know all of the things that the kid is, you could use stuff against them.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's why you fell in spelling.
See, yeah.
How did they know?
You talk like you spell.
Do they have spelling anymore?
I don't even think they have spelling. I think they do. I had a teacher test talking about how they had a spelling test. So I think they do. I don't think it's as.
Spelling tests were.
We had a spelling as a subject through 8th grade.
Yeah.
But I don't think they do that anymore.
Just
Clearly.
spelling. And I can tell that they didn't teach that to my daughter because
no, she had the spelling test in elementary school.
She can't. She spelled coyotes with a K the other day.
I know.
It's my fault.
They just gave her a diploma. She's headed to college. But it's not out of the ordinary. I've seen other kids text in their stories and they don't spell anything right. They don't care. I would be embarrassed if I spelled something wrong in a public forum, a public setting. Like if I sent you a word that's wrong, it's whatever. But in a public setting that other people could see it, I would be embarrassed if I spelled something wrong.
Yeah, I would
but
too.
These kids don't care. They're like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
who cares? You know what I mean? I'm like, I care. There's not a period one.
I know. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let me tell you about Dirtworks. Retaining walls, excavation work, land clearing. They do all of that. They're very efficient, very effective. They're professionals. Give them a call at Dirtworks, 931-409-0782. That's 931-409-0782 for Dirtworks Manchester.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News.
Leslie, you done any more flying?
I, on the other hand, am a very good speller.
Red clay strings.
Strays.
Oh, did you see this video of Kendall Lane? What's he flying? A go-kart?
I don't know, but
what is
did
that?
you see where that
I want to do
plane in India crashed
I did
with
see
like
that.
240 people?
They said they're survivors. They think.
Okay, I was hoping it was like one of those close to the runway things where it
Well, I think
crashed,
it took off
but
and flew into a building. So I mean, I don't think everybody may have survived. But anyway, well, what is this that he's flying?
I didn't see it.
It's a go-kart with a parachute on it and a fan. I'm sure there's a word for it. I just don't know what it's called. Like, what is this? Like, that looks fun, though. It's what? It's like a glide.
Is that not paragliding?
I don't know. Is it paragliding? That looks fun. Maybe it's called paragliding. I'd be very worried about my parachute
Called
getting
Skycart.
Skycart.
That is.
I'd be very concerned about my parachute getting a hole.
Paragliding with a motor is called paramotoring or powered paragliding.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I was flying over the Tillamook crash and hit a bird on my windshield of the helicopter. Yikes.
Oh, gosh.
Thunder Radio.
Hey there, this is y'all on the radio talk. My grandson goes to Moore County School, and that kid can outread, write, or spell. I mean, they teach it down there. They really do. They have spelling tests, and he's an A student.
Good.
I couldn't believe it. But they really do good down Moore County. I got to put a plug in for them. I'm really, really proud of them.
Well, good.
There's issues, but nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be issues no matter where you go, what you do.
Oh, 100%.
As far as teaching, I think they do a great job.
How old's your grandkid?
He's 11.
11. Okay, so what about?
He can spell anything.
About fifth
He can
grade?
read anything.
Yeah. Was he about 5th grade or so?
Yeah, 5th grade. He goes into 6th this year.
Oh, nice.
Well, good luck to him.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for calling. See you. He's listening from over in Moore County. I know he lives over there. He calls Swap Shop all the time, but he listens on the AM. Anyway, I want a paracart. That looks fun. So you can take those things up to like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 feet. I think I'll keep it a little lower. I guess there's no like air traffic control on that. I think you're just up there flying around. I'd be nervous about running into other people. How big a bird was it, Leslie?
Think about you're driving on Maple Springs Road and a big bug smacks your window. How loud that can be sometimes.
Oh yeah, big one. And you're like, oh, what was that?
Can you imagine if a bird hit your windshield while you were flying?
I've had a bird hit my windshield driving.
Is it loud?
Yeah.
That's
Usually I hit the
scary.
grill, but I've had them hit the windshield. Feathers go everywhere. Like you look in the rearview mirror because it happens too fast. There's feathers all over the place.
What about that baseball player that threw that ball and busted that bird wide open?
No, Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson.
I don't think we'll ever see that again.
He exploded that bird
I don't think we'll ever see it again.
with a pitch.
No.
That was crazy. Whatever the odds of that.
People today on the internet think that's AI.
They think
It's got to be AI. I'm like, no, I watched it happen live.
Yeah.
Or maybe not live. I watched it on SportsCenter the next day. Back when I watched SportsCenter. Back when SportsCenter did highlights. I used to wake up and watch 3 hours of SportsCenter It was the exact same show.
All day.
Yeah,
That was
the
me
morning.
watching the news.
And I'm just like, all I saw was a big black streak, and doors were off.
Oh,
I mean, doors were off.
of the helicopter, it was open on the sides.
Oh,
I think that's what she means, like open.
don't like that.
Don't like that, Leslie. That's scary.
No, 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 no. Morning, Jenny. Good to see you. Got a little segment here. Be a pretty short one.
What have you got going on today?
Work.
Yeah, you're going Tullahoma to work?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found that if I have to stay focused.
You do. You were productive
I
yesterday.
was productive yesterday. I had a turkey once. God damn.
Leslie?
No, Steve here. I've not had a turkey.
Had to have
I was with
a
my
new
friend when we
windshield.
were like in middle school, and they hit a buzzard, and big old buzzards,
He wanted that roadkill,
and
didn't he?
he wanted it real bad. It's you don't see it often, but it's weird to look down and see buzzards eating a buzzard. Like they just don't even care. Thunder Radio.
Good morning. My name is Laura. I wondered if you still have a one-day pass ticket for Bonnaroo
We do, yep.
for Saturday.
For Saturday, yes, we do.
No. I'm sorry. She had it Saturday. She needed for Sunday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have those, yes.
Okay, and how I do it? Like I work in the mayor's office, and I get off into 4:30.
Yeah, can I get an email for you, and I'll just send you a code, and you can buy them that way.
Oh, okay, that sounds great. Thank you. My email is lbosworth@coffeecountytf.org.
Okay. If you don't get a code by 9 o'clock, you call me back, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Very excited.
Very excited.
I managed to play the bump back and everything while I was doing it.
Final segment of the morning show today. Josh and Holly with you. We will not be live tomorrow. Best of tomorrow. 3-day weekend. Actually, we're going to Bonnaroo later, and who knows. We're supposed to be out there late tonight. We'll probably be home in bed by 8:30. Luke Combs don't play till 9.
He don't play till 9?
I think it's 9. And it's like, if he was wrapping up at 9, or if he started at 8 even, I could see, I could stay, but he don't play till 9. I don't think. I just don't. The headliner used to play at like 8 o'clock, 8:30. 9's pretty early. Sometimes the headliner don't play till 11 now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just kind of gradually happened over time.
I'm going to tell you something. If it's raining, I ain't going out there.
Yeah, Jacob said, I think he wraps up at 11. So I have a hard time seeing myself be out there till 11. It could be a good show, but if I stay till 11, the good news is I park in a spot where I can get out pretty quick and et cetera. I'll be home at a decent time, but if I stay till 11, I'm going to be hurting tomorrow, regardless of what time I wake up. If I stay up late, there's no making up for it. There's no, I stayed up till 12, so I'll sleep till 7.
It's like an injury at this point.
Yeah. Normally I go to bed at 8:30 or 9. I'm up at 5. So how many hours of sleep is that?
9.
8.
8.
All right. So 8 hours. So let's say, I stay up till 1, I'll just sleep till 9. No, that's not how that works at all. If I stay up to 1, I need to sleep to 1. And I'm still going to hurt. Like I cannot make up for it. Christina says you can watch it on Hulu from your couch. That seems like a good idea.
Yes. That's all I want to do.
If I watch it on Hulu from my couch, though, and he has a guest like Wallen or something, I'm pretty mad at myself.
Josh is
that's not going to happen. I'm just saying.
Hoping for.
No, I mean he's got a concert. I think he's in Colorado.
Oh, well, you would know.
I don't know specifically. Let's look it up.
If we had a third child, Josh would name that baby Wallen. We'd call him Little Wally. I'm sure of it.
Probably. Actually, he does not have anything going on until June 20th. So
he's available.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Leslie says, I've been napping the past few days to get ready for Bonnaroo. Old people problems. Yeah, I know. And I'm not trying to age Leslie, but she's a little older than me, but I feel that old. I don't do well past 8. There have been nights, even recently, that we've gone to sleep and the sun is not down. Like, it's set, but it's still light outside. Like, the lightning bugs ain't out yet, and we're asleep. So, that's not the case. Last night we were up a little later.
To be fair, throughout the year, we work so hard during the school year. I feel like it's our hibernation period during the summer.
During the summer, kind of like teachers. It's like except we work past 3. Teachers work hard during the school year till 3, but then we work, ball games and things like that. So
I can just see Brandy ready to fight you right now.
She's asleep.
Anywho.
All right. Anything else here, Holly?
I just want to remind everybody they can still get Bonnaroo tickets.
Yeah, 100%. Thunder1320.com/Bonnaroo. We have Friday and Saturday day passes. I know Bonnaroo is sold out of Friday and Saturday passes. I've got them. How about that? I don't think we got many left, but we got a few. So get those today. If you want, we still got the 4-day GA passes. You get it today. Go up, pick it up at Will Call at the high school. You order it, go pick it up, and be ready almost instantly, okay? So get in touch with us. We'll get you the promo codes and things like that. Be safe out there. We'll talk to y'all on Monday Best Of on the morning show tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. I'll let you know what's happening at the Mercantile when I come back. We're going to talk to Mike Jernigan now, White Ford Lincoln. Employee pricing, I'm told, is what's going on out here.
Man, Ford announced this.
All right, y'all. Holly, tell them bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye, Holly.
Bye, Holly.